Right now, Wisconsin lawmakers are pushing for a bipartisan legislation that could legalize medical marijuana as soon as later this year. Plus, after past issues, the Madison PD plans precautions for the Mifflin Street Block Party. We have a reaction from people ready to party and others who just want some peace and quiet. That's all ahead on News 3 Now at 10. Southern Wisconsin saw another round of strong thunderstorms today, some of it hitting right in the middle of the evening commute. This video from about 5 o'clock on I-3990 just north of Edgerton. You can see at that time it was simply pouring outside. Heavy rainfall, thunderstorms, even a tornado watch. All of that kept our First Warn weather team very busy tracking those storms moving through the area earlier. Chief Meteorologist Gary Canalti here. Gary, no shortage of severe weather this first month of spring.
No, that's for sure. And now we actually had almost the entire team here. We had Alex Harrington and Julian Seawright and our new meteorologist, Jacob Madison. So we were all prepared. Fortunately, most of the severe weather stayed to our south and to our east. As we take a look at high-resolution Doppler radar, right now it's dry. There are some clouds out there, and it's windy, but it is dry. The showers and storms from earlier, you can see how they raced basically in the last 6 hours from southern Wisconsin all the way into central Michigan, and those are continuing to head off to the east. There's snow up to the north near Lake Superior. Take a look at the time lapse from WISC-TV Skycam. We had some sunshine this afternoon that got temperatures up around 70, but the showers rolled through pretty quickly, and notice the change in the cloud direction too. So high temperatures, they hit 71 in Madison, 77 in Milwaukee, and 79 in Kenosha, contrasted with temperatures that didn't get out of the 50s in La Crosse. And right now, Madison has dropped into the upper 40s. Temperatures are in the 30s west of La Crosse, where it's still near 60 near Lake Michigan. Across Dane County, 49 right now in Deerfield, 46 in Cross Plains, and 45 degrees in Mount Horeb. But again, those winds are pretty strong. Look for skies to become partly cloudy overnight. Low temperature dropping to 39, so it'll be a little colder. Later on, I'll take a look at a forecast, and unfortunately includes more chilly weather as we head toward the weekend.
Gary, thank you. It's April 20th today, or 4/20, and there's a renewed push for legalizing medical marijuana here in Wisconsin, with Republicans leading the charge. Assembly Speaker Robin Vos telling the Associated Press Republican lawmakers are working in private to build support for a bipartisan medical cannabis program that could be enacted into law later this year. Democrats are pushing for full legalization, but this legislation would start with just medical marijuana. As lawmakers consider legalizing marijuana for medical reasons, some residents are pushing for full legalization so it can be enjoyed recreationally. With more states greenlighting the green, could Wisconsin be next? Our Andrew Banstra has the story. It's all new at 10.
Today's April 20th, or 4/20, known by many as a national holiday for marijuana. That's left lawmakers and people right here on the street buzzing with tons of opinions.
I would support the legalization of marijuana.
The Marquette poll said 69% of Wisconsinites support legalizing marijuana for a variety of reasons.
Tax it and make it across the country.
I would support legalization of weed, marijuana, because, I don't know, it makes people happy and it's good.
It's a lost revenue source. I mean, it's the same as drinking.
Lawmakers made buzz too. Senator Melissa Agard, a Madison Democrat, announced her grassroots tour, rallying support for marijuana legalization statewide. Some Wisconsin Republicans joined too, saying their party is gaining steam on medical marijuana legalization.
I think it's for medical. I think it's great for medical to help people for what they need.
But for many Wisconsinites, the state's law doesn't stop them from smoking marijuana. It's more of an inconvenience. The Wisconsin Policy Forum says a majority of Wisconsinites are within a 75-minute drive of a dispensary.
In every single month that Illinois had data for, somewhere between 25 and 35% of their products were sold to out-of-state residents.
That's a lot of tax money Wisconsinites are blazing away to other states.
$36.1 million of Illinois cannabis tax revenues in fiscal year 2022 were attributable to Wisconsin residents.
But not all Wisconsinites are sold, citing negative effects on marijuana users.
As a nurse and as an attorney, I've thought about this a lot, and I think that marijuana should absolutely not be legalized in any way, shape, or form.
Wisconsin is in somewhat of a marijuana desert, mostly landlocked by states that have legalized the drug, leaving many here thinking it's only a matter of time until Wisconsin legalizes weed. In Madison, Andrew Banstra, News 3 Now.
As marijuana is becoming legalized in some form in more states, experts are reminding users that pot has its downsides too. It's gaining acceptance as a way to socialize, relax, and get better sleep, but it can also impair brain function, makes it harder to concentrate, remember things, and learn. In adults, marijuana use can cause poor work performance and dangerous driving as well. Also new tonight, Dane County's long-debated jail consolidation project finally gets the go-ahead. The county board voted 32-5 in favor of moving forward with an additional $13.5 million in funding for a new jail. It comes after months of delays due to rising construction costs and pushes for criminal justice reform. Many have called the conditions in the current jail inhumane. The results of this month's election have now been certified by the Wisconsin Elections Commission, making them official. 2 amendments to the state constitution regarding bail were ratified and can now be used by judges in Wisconsin. One allows them to consider past convictions for violent crimes when setting bail in violent crime cases. The other expands the definition of public safety when judges set release conditions for defendants. Soon there will be a new mini Wisconsin Union Terrace chair available for purchase, and doing so will benefit a good cause. UW-Madison says it's made about 860 of these 4-inch tall chair replicas. A portion of the proceeds will go toward the University Health Services Suicide Prevention Fund. The colors of purple and teal were chosen because they're the same ones on the Suicide Prevention Awareness ribbon. They'll go on sale at the Badger Market at Memorial Union on May 1st. Right now, Mifflin Street is pretty quiet, but that's going to change come next weekend. As Nicole Herzog explains, Madison police are expecting thousands of people to crowd that area next Saturday. Nicole?
Well, in past years, the Mifflin Street Block Party has brought rowdy crowds, underage drinking, and damage to property in the area. I talked to the Madison Police Department today to find out how those officers are planning to keep people safe. A UW-Madison tradition.
We're super excited for it. Probably gonna be a good time for everybody at UW-Madison to get together. So we're gonna have a lot of people over. It's gonna be a lot of fun.
But that doesn't mean everyone is excited about it.
Everyone that I have talked to, from the university officials to politicians, just really are frustrated where this event lies now and what it has become.
But as police prepare for thousands of college students to spend the day drinking on Mifflin Street, safety is top of mind.
We know that issues are going to come up, from assaults to safety issues around porches, to overcrowding, to property damage, to weapons violations. We know that's going to happen, and we do our absolute best to keep the event safe.
With just a week until the big event, Madison police plan to significantly increase staff and monitoring of the area. They also say they've worked to build relationships with neighbors to review homes for damage, talk best practices for staying safe, and remind people of both the law and UW-Madison policy when it comes to throwing large parties with minors.
We're there with the drones, we're there on foot, and if you're doing anything illegal, we're going to address it.
But as for those who plan to take part in the festivities...
No, not too concerned about that. Just concerned about having a good time, I guess.
Madison police also hosted a community meeting tonight to address any safety concerns and answer questions ahead of next weekend. And while it may take a lot of preparation, they say they're confident they'll have enough staff to keep things under control.
Nicole, thank you. And animal rescue in Portage County certainly got the hearts pumping of law enforcement. Behind me is the moment a bobcat was pulled out of a car grill after it was struck on the freeway Tuesday night in Stevens Point. We'll take the video full so you can get a better look here. The driver says they thought they hit some debris on the road and continued on, but later stopped to check on the vehicle. And that's when they noticed the cat in the grill. A few deputies and a conservation warden with the DNR were able to free the cat. They released it back into the wild in the area near where it was hit. Authorities in Fond du Lac County say they've arrested an Eden man who admitted to setting wildfires for 2 decades. An investigation concluded at least 16 fires believed to be started by the man, first beginning back in 2002. DNR officials estimate those fires burnt some 60 acres. As for a motive?
Suspect told us that they were using it as a relief of stress. So then when they were under a lot of stress for some reason, they would go out and they would light fires.
And officials have referred arson charges in the case. In a story you can read right now at channel3000.com, Aladdin, Beetlejuice, and My Fair Lady are just 3 of 7 Broadway musicals coming to the Overture Center for the 2023-24 season. Earlier tonight, the theater unveiled its full upcoming slate of performances. In addition to Broadway musicals, there are also more than 30 national and international shows available. To see the full slate again, just look for the story at channel3000.com. The movie theater at Hilldale getting a curtain call as it is the final night of the Wisconsin Film Festival. AMC closed the theater last year, but it reopened last Thursday for films to be shown during the festival's lineup. Fittingly, the final movie playing right now is 1971's The Last Picture Show featuring Jeff Bridges and Timothy Bottoms. After tonight, Hilldale says it will donate theater equipment to the film festival. Alec Baldwin's attorney says involuntary manslaughter charges against the actor are expected to be dropped. It's related to that shooting on the set of the film Rust 18 months ago, which killed the film cinematographer Helena Hutchins when she was struck by a live round of ammunition from a prop gun held by Baldwin. The incident happened while rehearsing a scene on the set of the movie, which at the time was filming in New Mexico. Baldwin has pleaded not guilty. A status hearing in that case is set for tomorrow afternoon. More local news just ahead. A News 3 Now special report with Madison Magazine looks at if active shooter drills in schools are helping or hurting your children. Students are opening up about their experiences and how they're taking action.
The semi-truck was behind me. I saw the impact coming.
Jose was seriously injured when he was hit by a semi-truck.
Once you call them, that's all. Your goal is to help you.
Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
Every time I needed something, they had an answer.
There are so many things we take for granted. So many things. And along with them, sometimes we take the people who depend on them for their survival for granted too. The elderly, disabled, the veterans, people on limited and fixed incomes, or folks that lost jobs in sectors hardest hit during the pandemic. How can they survive with record increases in their basic cost of living? Some people just can't come back. And through no fault of their own, they're being left behind, struggling to keep their heat, water, and power on. If you or someone you know needs a hand up, our heat, water, and power providers are working together to keep you safely in your home. You may not ask for it, but we're here to help.
If you've got the TV volume way up right now, then you really need these. These tiny but powerful little hearing aids are the Nano CIC Recharge, priced at only $297 for a full pair. These are not simply amplifiers. These are ultra high quality, ultra reliable hearing aids, priced thousands less than other hearing aids. They fit right in your ear. Nothing shows in the back of your ear. Payments as low as $36 a month.
1-800-276-3995.
Spas. The Swim Spa Hot Tub and Sauna Show is this weekend only in the arena at the Alliant Energy Center in Madison. Millions of inventory must be sold. Prices are slashed up to 60% off retail, so save thousands. Save big on new hot tub spas and saunas. Plus, see the Michael Phelps Signature Swim Spas by Master Spas.
Hi, I'm Michael Phelps. Join the swimming revolution.
The Swim Spa Hot Tub and Sauna Show this weekend only in the arena at the Alliant Energy Center in Madison. Visit 800spasale.com.
Scott was seriously injured and needed Gruber Law Offices.
One call, that's all, means that you're going to be taken care of, and you get a sense of assurance that everything's going to be okay.
Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
Y'all better sing! Chris Hardwick rocks the Jennifer Hudson Show.
Well, maybe I swear.
And Ben Harper.
Come on.
Bust a move.
On the next Jennifer Hudson Show at 3. You're watching News 3 Now at 10.
This evening, we have a special project in collaboration with Madison Magazine. Their cover story this month is on active shooter drills and the toll they extract from students. It's opening readers' eyes to the trauma that even a drill can induce. News 3 Now's Chris Stanford brings the story from the page to the screen.
The article's title, "This is Just a Drill." Is this just a drill? In it, students open up about their anxiety, fear, and panic they experience in the wake of school shootings. But as they reveal their vulnerability, they're also taking action.
My name is Brooke Banley. I'm a graduate of Sun Prairie High School and currently attend UW-Eau Claire. I was a sophomore in high school. It was a typical day when suddenly, evacuate immediately. My first thought was that this was real, this was happening. For Brooke and her classmates, there was no thought but to flee. Fight or flight kicked in for me. Everyone's getting up and running, and I'm getting up and running. You're not really thinking, it's just instinct.
I just want them to listen to the students. My name is Jeff Aloysia. I'm a contributing writer at Madison Magazine. The story is about active shooter drills in K-12 schools. At what cost are we doing the drills to students? Is this a reasonable reaction to what is essentially an insane situation?
Why do you call it insane?
These shootings keep happening, and we don't seem to be doing anything about it.
I'm Eileen Carney. I'm a senior at Madison East High School, and I'm an organizer with March for Our Lives. I absolutely think there is a cost. I think that lockdown drills have created so much trauma for students. I'm always thinking to myself, am I next? Is it me this time? It's almost as if people are telling us that this is inevitable and that they expect us to face violence sometime in our lives so that we have to prepare for it.
There's a picture for the story.
Eileen is holding a magic 8-ball that she found in her actual classroom. And she's holding it because students, in some schools at least, have been taught in the event of an active shooter situation to grab whatever they can in the classroom.
Is that true? Like they ask you to grab something, an object, to defend yourselves?
Yeah, absolutely. That is a statement that we have been hearing since we were young.
We're asking students to save their own lives. When we're asking someone who's holding an 8-ball to go up against someone who has an AR-15, who has a weapon of war.
I have mixed feelings about the picture because it was a hard one to take, but it's also so powerful because it shows our readers exactly what this experience is, especially for readers who might not have as much experience in lockdown drills. It's sad to read an experience that caused me so much trauma, but also know there's so many people who have experienced so much worse. I worry about how many kids go to school each day afraid. And it just pains me because it's like, it feels like there's more that can be done. I think that the solution falls a lot on politicians. I got involved in March for Our Lives after the shooting at Marjorie Stoneman Douglas High School. In 2020, I founded a chapter at my high school of March for Our Lives. Seeing all of the people that we have lost to gun violence and that there are clear steps to prevent that from happening, but yet we haven't taken a lot of them.
I met with a group of students who are the student safety ambassadors. They basically created a program to allow the students to have some agency in the process of creating school safety initiatives.
What made you want to get involved with this initiative at Sun Prairie?
At the root of it, I felt a lot of anger.
It just seems like we're asking them to fix it, and they shouldn't be the ones who have to lead on this.
I was bringing up in our homeroom classes, these are the questions I have. These are the things I don't feel are answered, or this is what I wish was being done.
They really want a better country. They want a better school life. They want a better future for themselves and also for the kids who come after them.
Consider what it feels like to be a student or to be an educator in a school in today's society, in today's world, what that feels like. The purpose of school is to learn and to teach. And we should be doing whatever it takes to make sure that can happen without students and teachers being afraid for their lives.
This generation is often called Generation Lockdown. Some of their parents were in high school when Columbine happened. There have been 377 school shootings since. For News 3 Now, I'm Chris Stanford.
Well, it was a busy day in the weather department. Gary's back with a complete forecast.
Yeah, things settled down pretty quickly, though. Once that cold front came through, that was pretty much the end of the severe weather and even the rain altogether. Let's take a look, first of all, at high-resolution Doppler right now. You can see no precipitation across southern Wisconsin. Even though we've got some clouds, all the rain has raced off to the east. And you can see where the heavier bands of thunderstorms ran through. One cluster came out of northern Illinois, far southeastern portions of Rock County over toward Milwaukee. And then out to the west, there were some other areas that got heavier rain west of La Crosse. And then another strong cell moved from eastern Iowa through areas just west of Richland Center, with about an inch of rain. Most areas outside of that saw less than that, more like about a quarter to a half 1.5 inch of rain, which is good for the flooding situation. As far as the severe weather reports, most of those were clustered in southeastern Wisconsin. Some hail reports in the Milwaukee area. Farther to the south, though, a lot of hail and wind damage reports across parts of northern Illinois. The strongest storm stayed just south of the Wisconsin-Illinois state line. Even though we did briefly warm up into the 70s here, the moisture just didn't make it that far north to get a little more widespread severe thunderstorm activity over south central Wisconsin. But you can see how rapidly this line of storms moved from when it blew up right about over central Illinois and south central Wisconsin. Now it's out into Michigan and racing away. However, to the north and west, it's been a different story. Snow falling across northern Minnesota, even parts of northwestern Wisconsin now. This is Tornado and Severe Weather Awareness Week. We were supposed to have the tornado drill today. That was canceled because of the threat for severe weather. But if a tornado threatens, the center part of your basement is the best place to go. If you don't have a basement, put as many walls as possible between you and the outside of the house. Cover yourself with cushions or blankets, pillows to protect yourself from flying debris. And if you're in a mobile home or a very poorly constructed building, get out and find shelter somewhere else and do that before the storms arrive. If you're on the road, get out and get into a sturdy building. If you're in a vehicle, as a last resort, you can buckle yourself up, but use the car to kind of prevent a lot of the flying debris from hitting you. In public buildings, go to a designated shelter area or interior rooms away from outside walls. Large stores, look for some small rooms toward the middle part of the building. Best way to protect yourself. And again, the tornado drill has been rescheduled for tomorrow, so you'll hear the sirens at 1:45 and 6:45 in the evening. NOAA weather radios will sound, but your phones will not sound. So don't try to test them tomorrow, because that's not going to happen. But it's a good day to practice your tornado safety rules in case a severe thunderstorm threatens. 3 things you need to know in the forecast. It'll be windy and cooler tomorrow. Temperatures staying below normal through next week, and then some rain chances Saturday afternoon, and then again probably a couple of times next week. Tomorrow, partly sunny but windy and cooler. High temperature at 56 degrees. Planning your day across Dane County. 53 for the high of Mount Horeb, 56 in Middleton. Kind of windy through the day. Temperatures only in the upper 40s toward La Crosse. They might see a late day rain shower, whereas Janesville might top out at 59. Your first warned 7 to 10 day forecast, mid-40s for the weekend, lower to middle 50s early next week, upper 50s at the end of the week, but that's still below normal. You'll also see a chance for some showers, especially as we head toward next weekend.
All right, Gary, thank you. The Brewers host the Oakland A's for a series in June, but in a couple years, the Brewers could be traveling to Las Vegas, not Oakland, to play the A's on the road. The organization has signed a purchasing agreement to buy land near the Las Vegas Strip. Plans call for a $1.5 billion stadium fitted with a partially retractable roof. The A's and Oakland city officials have not been able to agree on a new stadium, with the team currently playing here at the Oakland Coliseum, which is widely regarded as one of the worst stadiums in all of sports. As for when the A's will begin playing in that new stadium, the team president says 2027 is the current goal. Zach?
Coming up in sports, the Bucks got a big win to even their series. Why they say a change in their mindset helped them beat the Heat. That's next on News 3 Now.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
At Pick and Save, we want our fresh produce to meet your expectations, which is why we do up to a 27-point inspection to check for things like color and scarring. Because when it comes to fresh, higher standards mean fresher produce. Pick and Save, fresh for everyone.
Would you look at that?
It's beautiful.
Wow.
That's our boy.
So proud.
Enjoy one of our tasty bagel sandwiches, like the steak, egg, and cheese bagel or the sausage, egg, and cheese bagel.
Are record high energy and water costs putting a squeeze on your fixed or limited incomes? With inflation rising at record levels and incomes not keeping pace, you might be one of tens of thousands of Wisconsin residents who are struggling to survive. While you may not ask for it, the Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund and your local energy assistance providers are here to help. No Wisconsin resident should ever have to be without heat, water, or power. For a hand up, apply today and call 1-800-506-5596. That's 800-506-5596. 5596 or visit www.heat.help.
This is how legends are made. Chevy Silverado and new Silverado HD. Choose your own path with the #1 best-selling retail full-size pickup and see where it takes you. Find new roads. It's Chevy truck season. Get 0% financing plus make no monthly payments for 90 days on all 2023 Silverado 1500 pickups. Or current Chevy owners get $3,750 total cash allowance on all 2023 Silverado pickups with a turbo high-output engine. Chevrolet, the #1 selling brand in Wisconsin.
Need life insurance? SelectQuote found Jacob, 40, a $500,000 policy for only $19 a month. And SelectQuote found his wife Wendy, a $500,000 policy for only $17 a month.
SelectQuote. We shop, you save.
Made with American biofuels, E15 saves drivers money, reduces emissions, and creates jobs in rural communities. Last year, when gas prices were spiking, President Biden extended summer sales of E15 and saved drivers nearly $1 per gallon in some areas. We can't afford higher gas prices this summer. We need the Biden administration to act again. Tell Senator Baldwin that President Biden must protect access to E15 and extend savings at the pump.
When your door is always open, so is the fridge. At Pick and Save, however you shop, in-store, pickup, or delivery, you get the same great prices, deals, and rewards. That's a win-win-win. Pick and Save, fresh for everyone.
Saturday's the big day for Wisconsin football. It's launch day. Luke Fickell will debut his new-look Badgers during an open practice at Camp Randall. But don't let the practice part fool you. There will be an 11-on-11 scrimmage session where Coach Fickell hopes his guys don't think when they're on the field, just react and make plays.
I think more than anything is just see guys play and perform. You know, see if we can kind of get that mentality to let it fly and not worry about mistakes and see who kind of has that opportunity that sometimes their levels change and things go up, and then you see guys that, you know, are young and maybe, you know, a little bit hesitant in some of those situations. So I think more than anything, it's about, hey, who kind of lets it fly, who doesn't, you know, play a little bit more passive and think too much.
What a game, too, it was for the Deer. The Bucks got back to be playing Bucks basketball, and they did it without the best player on the planet, Giannis, on the court. But they picked up the slack. 7 players scored in double figures to even the series. And let's just say Milwaukee made sure to play with a different type of mentality than they did in Game 1.
We definitely had something to prove. We lost Game 1. You know, I think we're competitive guys. We wanted to make sure we came out and we showed that chip on our shoulder mentality that we have. You know, we got a lot of good guys, but we'll rip your heart out if we have to. And so I think for us, getting back to that mentality and making sure that we play with that chip on our shoulder, that's when we're at our best.
Wisconsin's schedule for next season is coming together game by game. The first is a non-conference showdown with Tennessee at the Kohl Center on November 10th. It will be the 6th meeting between the two programs. The Badgers lead the all-time series 3-2, but remember, the Vols are coming off a season where they reached the Sweet 16. The reigning national champs have added a boost to their roster for next season. After 5 seasons with Minnesota State, Anna Wilgren is heading home to Wisconsin. The Hudson native tallied 42 points in 91 games with the Mavericks and was a 3-time team captain. She also skated with the Madison Capitals U19 team before heading to Mankato. Sun Prairie West hosting Verona in a Big 8 battle of unbeatens. No score in the first. Lindsay DePino breaks free and sends it into the back of the net to make it 1-0 Wildcats. They'd add another in the second half to stay perfect. Verona wins 2-0 the final. We're back after this.
Spas. The Swim Spa Hot Tub and Sauna Show is coming this weekend only at the arena at the Alliant Energy Center in Madison. Rows and rows of spas, hot tubs, and swim spas. The largest display in the state. Save up to 60% on all in-stock models. This weekend only at the arena at the Alliant Energy Center in Madison.
Dear Exit Strategy. All your pieces are in place. Thanks for being there when I need you most. Always Toyota SUVs. Toyota. Let's go places.
When an appliance you rely on goes kaput, you can count on family-owned Brothers Maine, Southern Wisconsin's local appliance authority since 1938. With thousands of in-stock options, we have the brands you want at the lowest prices guaranteed. Even big box can't beat our prices. Our experienced team of appliance experts will help you make the right selection, and we deliver it fast and free to your home. What you need when you need it. Shop appliances you can bring home today at our Madison and Janesville showrooms. Feel like family. Brothers Maine.
We went to Ho Chunk Gaming Madison last night.
I don't really get how the jackpots work.
Ho Chunk Gaming Madison actually has had multiple million-dollar winners.
There are linked progressive slot machines at the same casino where local players increase the jackpot amount.
And a standalone progressive jackpot increases when a player plays on an individual machine that isn't linked to any other machine. Ho Chunk Gaming Madison. More ways to win. Find your perfect jackpot.
Ho Chunk Gaming Madison.
Arby's, 2 for $7. Every day, a classic, a favorite, an Arby's legend. 2 of those things for just $7. Arby's, we have the meat.
Okay, I think we're all aware that most cell companies only give you the lowest price when you sign up for multiple lines.
What? Multiple lines?
Hello? Yeah, 1 sec. But US Cellular gives you just 1 line for $29.99 with unlimited data.
Just 1 line with unlimited data.
So you don't have to get more lines than you need.
No, you hang up.
Are you even listening, guy who never looks up from his phone?
Oh, not for me, I just say it.
Okay, so no, you're not listening.
Get 1 line for $29.99, plus we'll give you an extra $200. US Cellular, built for us.
Do you have an idea for an invention, but you don't know what to do next? Call InventHelp. They've been helping inventors for 35 years. Call today for free information.
Call 800-550-5543.
Dear Exit Strategy, all your pieces are in place. Thanks for being there when I need you most. Always Toyota SUVs. Toyota. Let's go places.
Spas. The Swim Spa Hot Tub and Sauna Show is coming this weekend only at the arena at the Alliant Energy Center in Madison. Rows and rows of spas, hot tubs, and swim spas. The largest display in the state. Save up to 60% on all in-stock models. This weekend only at the arena at the Alliant Energy Center in Madison.
News 3 Now's first warned weather team, keeping you ahead of the storm.
Final check with Gary.
Well, the storms are over. Now the temperatures are dropping. 45 in Madison, 44 La Crosse, still 59 in Milwaukee, but boy, you'll feel the chill with the wind over the next couple of days.
Gary, thanks. And thanks for joining us for News 3 Now at 10. Have a great night.